Hi, I'm Eric. Welcome to Bereshit Restoration Project. Imagine a world where nobody takes out their garbage. In other words, if you never took out your garbage in your house, you would have a house full of garbage. Now that would include uneaten food, leftovers that were thrown out, and eventually that would all start to stink and that would start to fester. Before you know it, there would be all kind of diseases being, not to mention the smells, but there'd be all kind of diseases and all kind of things happening, sicknesses that we would experience from the garbage being around our house. In Leviticus last week, we talked about what is food. Food is, to us, something that is what the Bible says, clean. What is unclean, the Bible says, is an abomination. We need to get out of the mindset that everything that's in the Bible affects us and only us. It affects more than just that. For example, I have a friend and I love them dearly, and I always will, and it will never have a falling out over this, but I have to use this as an example. I was sharing with them about clean and unclean food and how ham and lobster and crab and shrimp are unclean. They said, well, I don't think, God knows my heart. I don't think God would really mind if I had a ham sandwich. And I can understand where he's coming from, but you have to understand that not everything that is in the Bible is just for us and how it affects us. Sometimes there's more than just a spiritual meaning to it. Sometimes there's more of an environment thing or environment aspect to what God has for us. For example, the reason I asked you about the garbage, or to imagine a world where nobody took out their garbage, that's what we're getting into now. That's what we're getting into today. That's what we see today. Look at our oceans and our fish, high in mercury. The ocean floor is covered with microplastics. Because we're eating crab, because we were eating lobster, and we are eating shrimp, because they are the cleaners, they are the scavengers of the ocean. Can you imagine going out and picking up something that was killed on the road several days ago and it's been stinking, and you go out with a shovel and pick it up and throw it in the oven? That's not what God intended for us. That's not food. God calls certain things food for a reason. There's more than a spiritual aspect to what the law, I hate using that word, what the law is in the Bible. There's so much more to that. It involves so many more things. He calls it an abomination. Number one, because we're eating an unclean food that he is designated unclean. But also it's an abomination because we are fouling our environment. We are fouling our food and our water. We're fouling that. Did you know that when Noah took the animals on the ark, he took them, and we all think that, oh, it's 2 by 2, two this, two animals, two giraffes, 2 lions, 2 rhinoceroses, but he took seven each of the clean animals and only 2 of the unclean animals. They are unclean because we are not to eat them, because they take care of everything around us. They take care of cleaning up the environment. They will, if you will, take out the garbage. We don't need garbage in our house. We don't need garbage in our hearts. So, yeah, there's more to the eating laws, more to the clean and unclean law in the Bible than just how it affects me. We need to get out of the mindset that everything that is in the Bible is just for me, just for you. It's an overall picture. After all, the animals God created the heavens and the earth. And when we do those things and disobey God, we do them at the detriment of our own safety and our own health. Why are we so sick today? Why there's so many sicknesses and illnesses today? I beg to offer up is because we eat unclean. And this is just one aspect of God's law. The Old Testament promises whatever you want, whatever you think doesn't apply to you. I'm sorry, I'm going to look you right in the face. You're wrong. It applies to you. It applies to everyone. It applies to everything in ways that we can't imagine and we don't even know. So, obey God. Obey what His Word has to say. It's not only doing what He put in place because of a reason, but it's doing it because He loves us, because He wants the best for us. He wants us to be healthy. He wants us to be good. Health, good of spirit. Think about what I said. I think that you're going to find, if you just look beyond your own nose, you will find that there's reasons for everything that's in the Bible. It's just because it's in the Old Testament does not mean that it's old and done away with. I'm Eric. This is a Bereshit Restoration Project. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe. As I said before, I hate saying that, but it does work. May the Lord bless you and keep you.